business, and let's just start in our neck of the woods, man. Talking about the Nebraska UTEP game, and the Miners going down to I think it's in Lincoln, right? I believe where they play.
That's correct. Yes, Lincoln, Nebraska, and you're right. The Miners went down there and they gave them a little bit of a scare right away in the first half. They tied it up 7-7, and Coach Scotty Walden is. I keep hearing. I heard from John Teicher. I heard from Mondo the Monster Medina, who are both on the radio broadcast for the Miners about how the culture is changing very quickly there for the UTEP football team.
Well, he definitely brought his own formula in. I was at the first press conference before the Nebraska game. I was at the press conference on Labor Day. Hey, working on Labor Day, baby. That's how much I love my sports. But he said some interesting things. He's trying to create a culture, almost of a level of sports violent behavior that'll keep you in a game, because we can't deny it. I mean, you got a helmet on, you got pads, and your job is to, pummel somebody. I mean, it really is that simple, And he felt that he got 4 or 5 absolute 5-star moments out of the game where he felt that what he had been hammering in since he got here is actually sticking to the wall. So he was happy about that. That touchdown that they scored right away, actually, that was a really difficult pass that the receiver, I believe it was Ward, got it for the 7 points. But it showed, resilience, man. I mean, he figured out a way to get to the ball, and then he still got into the end zone. But after that, I mean, the defense, I asked him, I said, mentally, how hard is it to be on the field that long? They were on the field a long time against Nebraska. And, does it? He says, Abel, we didn't get any injuries, but the mentality of knowing that you were out there that long, it does kind of grate a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see how they play. They got a team that they should be able to take care of at the level of talent. Remember, this team was a team that was the number 1 recruiting class in Conference USA, man. So we got to see some resilience this coming week at home at the Sun Bowl, first home game for Scotty, and I think he's just going to eat it up, man. He is. It's like he took over as Pope of one of the greatest bowl facilities in America, man. He treats it like a shrine. But that was interesting.
That's good. Course, that's a good thing.
You could talk about New Mexico, which got in the W column this weekend in a very, very interesting game, man. That was
you mean New Mexico or New Mexico State? Because it's a big difference.
New Mexico State. I forgot the state part.
Don't be like ESPN. They're mixing them up.
No.
Very big difference of schools.
Thank God this is only a podcast.
I understand that,
but I will tell you that Tony Sanchez, he's got him believing. The one thing about what did we call them? Northeastern Missouri? We called them Nemo, so we wouldn't have to say the word.
It was actually Southeastern Missouri.
Oh,
Southeastern, it was SEMO.
Boy, you're just my college professor today. Thank you for getting.
You got to get it right,
Abel. but I will tell you that the team is going to be really good, and Saturday's a big game. I mean, Liberty's coming in, and that's first of all, it's a conference game, and second of all, it's a game that they played against them last year for the championship of Conference USA. And let me tell you, I don't care what anybody says. The portal is this time machine. You get in the portal and you time machine to some other team, and I didn't want to, but I ended up seeing the Vanderbilt game, and what's his name that went over there with Kill?
Diego
Pavia, son of a gun, dude. That is a highly intelligent football quarterback. He did the same thing that he did here, but he did it to, I believe, West Virginia, or did I get it right? They played, no. Dang it. Help me out.
Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech. That's what I was going to say. And they beat them in overtime.
Which is kind of disappointing on our end as
but what does it say about athletes right now, man? You're from New Mexico.
What's that?
What does it say about the athletes around here right now?
Well, I mean, they're good. I mean, they're on the rise. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Diego
yeah.
Pavia is from Albuquerque, New Mexico, of course. But on my end, as a member of the Sun Bowl Association, Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl, I'm a little disappointed to see that Virginia Tech lost.
Yeah,
Whether it
yeah.
was to a former Aggie or not, because again, as far as the Sun Bowl goes, we're associated with the ACC, and we want to see our partners be as successful as possible.
Right. It's going to be some real competitive football all the way across the nation. But hey, let's talk about what's been going on with the Tony the Tiger, the Sun Bowl. What's up?
Yeah, we just had a big event. I think we brought it up the last time, but I want to make sure people know about this event that's grown. This is the fourth year we had our adult flag football tournament. This year was presented by Goodwill Industries of El Paso, and we had 75 teams show up this year. We
Man,
had 75 participating teams. It was a 3-day event, co-ed, men's and women's divisions, various competitive levels on the men's side of things. And it was another great successful event. Cash prizes were given. You can check it all out. We created some videos to talk about this event. You can go to our YouTube page, just search Sun Bowl Association on YouTube. I put them up on Facebook as well. And check out the testimonial video, especially to find out about this event and how good the tournament is. And flag football is a huge thing, and it's growing. It's going to be in the Olympics the next time the Olympics come around. And there's actually a young lady from El Paso who plays on the national women's team, and they
the
just
USA
won.
team, right?
Yeah, she plays on the national USA team,
Right.
and they just had a big competition that they won. So flag football is growing. Check it out. Go to our website, sunbowl.org. You don't want to miss it next year. It's going to grow to 100 teams. I'm pretty positive we're going to get to 100 teams very soon. And
Man, well, what a congratulations, man. Just on the fact that I mean, you took a chance on putting on that kind of a tournament. You used to put on the kids soccer tournament, and
that's
you
right.
guys are always innovating and stuff. But to know that you could hit 100 teams next year, man, that's economic impact to the max. And we talked about that last time. But these people come, they pay a fee to get in, right?
They pay a fee to get in, and then of course, they nowadays for example, we had teams from San Antonio. Apparently we had a team from Denver. I heard people come in from Arizona. They join teams here, things like that. So what happens, right? You just said it. The economic impact. They rent the hotels. They rent the Airbnbs, whatever it may be. They eat at the restaurants, and help our economy here in El Paso, Texas. And that's one of the biggest goals of the Sun Bowl Association and Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl and all that we do here.
Well, fantastic, man. So the summer is pretty much a done deal, and here we go heading into the fall. You got all the important stuff coming up. You got the parade. You got the basketball tournament, and then you got the game, the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl, and everything that's involved in getting ready for stuff like that. Usually we talk about volunteerism. How's that going?
Volunteers, it's interesting you asked that. So we have a volunteer link on our website if you want to become a volunteer, which we really hope that you do. You want to be a part of the committee, of any kind of committee, whether it's with the parade, whether it's a flag football tournament or football game or basketball tournament. We invite you to go to sunbowl.org, look for that volunteer link, and sign up to be a volunteer. Give a little description of what you want to do and what you've been a part of, and we'll give you a call. And get in touch with you, and you could become a volunteer for one of our events or many of our events. People volunteer for many events. So we do need volunteers.
Hey, the fun acting kid, man, that's an easy volunteer. When I say easy, I mean it. You don't have to remember a lot of things like all the other types of volunteer positions. But that's a good place to get your feet wet, man, because that's a family thing and kids, and it's a good event.
You're right, and that's coming up very soon. You can go to sunbowl.org, check out our schedule of events, find out when the punt, pass, and kick is coming up, so you can get your kids involved in that as well. It's a free event; you don't got to pay nothing to enter it. And you're right, it's a fun event to volunteer for. It's for an evening from 5 to about 8 o'clock at night, 3 hours of your time. Maybe you're measuring, maybe you're retrieving the balls, maybe you're helping line up the kids, maybe you're maybe you're adding up the scores, whatever it may be. We need volunteers for all our things. We need a lot of float building volunteers right now. So if you want to help out with our Thanksgiving parade and help build one of the very big floats that we have, I think we have, they gave an update. I think it was close to 20 floats or something like that.
Man, I think the craft of building a float is getting a lot better here. Really saw some nice floats last year, and that's the way it grows, man. I mean, let's face it. I mean, I'm 66, brother, so I go back to the Sun Carnival parade, before the big names. But Guy Rex, man, those guys would build floats as long as a ship.
Oh yeah,
way back when. If you ever get a chance to go look at old pictures.
Oh yeah, I've seen them, and now like you said, they're getting there. They're about there. There was some really large, very detailed floats. To me, they compare with the Rose Bowl parade floats, kind of like that. You know what I mean?
That's good, man. It's good to hear that people are getting engaged with this kind of stuff. So let's start, from what's coming up next. And
yeah, definitely, Abel. One thing I need to say right away is, as of September 1st, tickets are on sale for the 91st annual Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. Tickets went on sale September 1. You can give us a call, 915-533-4416 to buy your tickets. Or there's people who buy every year, so they already got their invoices. A lot of people have already paid off their invoices. I paid my invoice off. I got my tickets already in the mail. And so people are already going to be, receiving tickets. Parking passes are on sale. Buy those. RV passes, the RV lot sells out quick. So I advise you call now. If you want to get your RV in the lot, I advise you to call ASAP. Those sell out quickly. Again, 915-533-4416. Tickets are on sale. Every week, Abel, did you know that every week, twice a week, there's opportunities to win tickets? 2 tickets.
I don't know about twice a week. I knew that we talked about what goes on the internet.
Yes.
But
so there's two different opportunities to win tickets every week. The first one is the one you and I do every week, is the Chick-fil-A Select'em contest. Go online to sunbowl.org, make your picks in the Select'em contest, and you could possibly win. For example, last week, a gentleman by the name of Ruben Quintana won the contest. He got 10 out of 10 correct. There was 2 other people who also went 10 for 10, but he got the closest to the tiebreaker of the points.
So, what was the tiebreaker?
Oh, good
I'm
question.
I didn't mean to catch you off guard.
Good question. The tiebreaker last week was a total of 36 points.
Can you imagine that? That was the Notre Dame game, and it only went 36 points.
No, yes, there was Notre Dame versus Texas A&M.
I was right.
Notre Dame was victorious, and total points was 36 points. He was only 6 points off. So that's one way to win, right? The other way is to listen in on Tuesday afternoons at about 5 p.m. to 600 ESPN radio and to listen in for a trivia question. It's a trivia question that myself and Jay Pritchard, the marketing director here, we come up with a nice trivia question. And then Bernie presents it on air. Bernie Olivas, our executive director. And you call into the radio show, and you can, if you answer correctly, you win 2 tickets to the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl, which will be played on December the 31st. So there's 2 opportunities every week. So if you do the math, I think there's about 30 opportunities to win tickets to the game.
Not bad.
And we're givers here at the Sun Bowl. Yeah, we got the best ticket prices of all bowl games. No other bowl game compares. And we care about the customer. Especially
and you get all that information at sunbowl.org.
All that information,
different sections and all that. And I got to meet the new ticket director when I went up and freaked you out saying, "Are we doing the podcast?" Yeah, I had to go pick up something from Bernie, but that guy seems to have it all together, man.
He's a hardworking guy. He replaced our former ticket manager, Ellen Hughes, who was here for 31 years. And, he's really picked up where she left off and is even, helping us to improve a little bit here and there with various things on the ticket side of things. So, yep, getting ready for a lot of things going on. Of course, we will be announcing a grand marshal and a parade thing very soon. I know that's in the works and being wrapped up. So keep an eye out for that as well. Basketball tournament set. You're a big part of that every year, Abel.
Right? Yes,
And
I am.
and then of course, our Tony the Tiger football game, which is on December the 31st. Are you ready to make your picks for this week, Abel?
I'm always ready. I'm just
All
trying to
right.
make sure that we're up. Hold on, let me take a quick look. There we are. We're on. Okay. I feel good about that. All right. So yeah, let me get to the
Again, this is the Chick-fil-A Tony the Tiger Select 'em contest. It's online. It's free to play. Just go in, put your email address, and make your picks. So if you're ready to go, Abel,
let me just lock in here.
the first game on the ballot here is Duke heading over to Northwestern. Duke will take on Northwestern. Northwestern is in the Big Ten. And
hold on, let me catch up to you.
And Duke last week.
Yeah, they play tomorrow, right?
Duke takes on Northwestern. That is on Friday at 7 p.m. So you got to get your pick in pretty quick here.
I'm going to go ahead and take Northwestern, even though Duke,
I think I went the opposite way, and I went with Duke.
Right. Northwestern usually is tough at home on their home. I don't know if it's their opener, but they're a tough team.
Yeah.
So
Northwestern out of the Big Ten, and they beat Miami of Ohio last week. So and Duke had a win over Elon last week. Georgia Tech takes on Syracuse. I'm going with Georgia Tech after they beat up on Florida State.
Man, this is going to be a good game, man.
Syracuse beat Ohio last week, by the way. So I went with Georgia Tech against over Syracuse.
Syracuse beat Ohio, or Georgia Tech beat Ohio?
Georgia Tech beat Florida State. Syracuse beat Ohio.
No, never mind. Georgia Tech.
I was going to go North Carolina hosting Charlotte. North Carolina with the victory over Charlotte. That to me is a no-brainer.
I'll always go with my powder puff blue helmet.
There you go. Number 12, Utah, who's predicted to come out on top of the Big 12. They're a legacy school. They left the Pac-12. So they're still in the contention to come to the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl for the next 2 years, this year and next year. I got them beating Baylor at home.
Yeah, Utah State, any Utah school, they got good football up there. I'll go with Utah.
Wake Forest hosting Virginia. Wake Forest, I think they'll win that one. However, Wake Forest won in week 1, and Virginia beat Richmond in week 1. That's a toss-up. I'm going Wake Forest at home.
Yeah, I'll stay with the home team on that one, too. I'll take Wake Forest.
Nebraska,
this one, man.
Nebraska and Colorado, that's a big one. I'm going with Nebraska after what they did to the Miners.
Nebraska has a lot to prove. They haven't really been on the national highlight, high part of college football in a while. But man, they did some recruiting, and then of course the portal really helped them a lot. I think they're going to make a lot of noise. And this game, but I will tell you that Prime's son at quarterback, bro, he's the real deal. I mean, what he did in that game last week, and very calm, doesn't get excited or anything. That guy. I wonder how he's going to do in the pros, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick with Nebraska at home.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really good game, to be honest. We got number 15, Tennessee, heading over to NC State. NC State's tough, man. I think they're tougher than people realize. It's going to be a tough game for them. They're at home. I got them winning at home.
I got Tennessee. It's going to be one of my risk games here. I'll take Tennessee.
I wouldn't call it a risk. They're not the underdog. They're number 15 in the nation out of the SEC. So I wouldn't call it that much of a risk. But
they play some mean football. Those two teams.
Oh yeah, I'm saying you. That's what I'm saying. NC State is. I think they're underrated, to be honest.
Right.
And then we got Washington State, the Cougs, hosting Texas Tech Red Raiders. That'll be another good game, but I got the Cougs coming out on top.
This is a pick 'em, dude.
That is.
Texas Tech looked pretty good last week.
Yeah.
I'm going to take another
awesome.
here. I'm going to go with Texas Tech over Washington State at Washington State.
We got Arizona State hosting Mississippi State. I think that's another toss-up. I really don't know too much about either team. And but I believe that Arizona State will win at home.
I will go with Arizona State.
And we got the Beavers of Oregon State heading down to San Diego State. We'll take on the Aztecs on Saturday at 8:30 p.m. That's another one that's a toss-up, but I got the Beavers being victorious.
They should take care of business there in San Diego.
The point tiebreaker game is number 15 Tennessee against number 24 NC State. I got 37 points.
I went for 39.
There you go, Abel. There it is. It's that easy.
I did so good.
It's that easy. And again, there's your is in. I saw your name pop up. It's awesome. It's that easy. You can win 2 tickets. Chick-fil-A, you can win a Chick-fil-A meal as well. And every week. And again, make sure you buy your tickets soon. 915-533-4416. A lot of exciting stuff here at the Sun Bowl. Again, make sure you check our schedule of events. Very next event that will come up is the Peter Piper Pizza Sun Bowl Punt, Pass, and Kick. That'll be on Tuesday, October the 8th. There in Sun Bowl Stadium. You can sign up by giving a call to our office and join in on the fun.
That's already 30 days away almost, man. It's
it, man.
Like you say, this is where you blink and then it's game day.
That's it. We'll wake up. It'll be not only game day, but even faster to the day after game day. It just goes by that fast. And you're right, man. All the sports are here. College sports are back. Everything's going on. Chihuahuas are wrapping up their season. So college
NFL,
sports has started.
We didn't even say anything about the NFL.
Started. Everything is happening. I get to go work some college volleyball games at both NMSU UTEP. I get to work college football games, NMSU UTEP. Then we, prepare and keep an eye on the Pac-12 and the ACC all season long to find out who will play in the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl on December the 31st. And the Selection Sunday show this year will be on Sunday. Sorry about that. I thought I had it. Sunday, December the 8th is when we find out who plays in the Sun Bowl.
And hopefully we won't have to stay there till the 9th.
Hey, that was a lot of fun, though.
It was worth it at the end.
Good things come to those who wait, Abel.
Absolutely, man. And I was ecstatic. First of all, for it to happen twice, that means there is a good Lord up there. So, let's send him back to El Paso. That was pretty cool. But as usual, this is week 2 of college football, Division I. And this is made it to the end of another podcast with Eddie Morelos, the media relations director for the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl and the Sun Carnival Association. And I'm Abel Rodriguez here, the Dialogue Internet Radio Network, asking you to, if you see this on the internet, to go ahead and share it. We'll be giving more information out. And remember, for any information you need, you can always go to sunbowl.org and see all the information you want to know about the upcoming events. Anything else to add?
Just remember, tickets are on sale now. Don't do like last year. A lot of people waited till the last minute to find out who's coming, right? Then you find out it's a big team like Notre Dame, and the tickets went like that. You know what I mean? And then people were upset because they sold out when you could buy them now. Why wait? Get them now so that when we do get another team like a Notre Dame, I really, I'm feeling a Clemson, a Florida State out of the ACC.
Man,
it'd be cool to see them take on Arizona.
Florida State would be fantastic.
Florida State against Arizona, or something like that, right? And so don't wait, get them now so that you don't miss out on the 91st annual Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl on December the 31st.
Hey, listen, it's always great talking to you. Have a good, safe weekend coming up. And we will be back again next week with Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl with Eddie Morelos, the media relations director for the Sun Carnival. Thanks, and we shall see y'all later.
Thank you, Abel. Have a great day.